Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Grumpy Jeff coming to you with a barely build or a budget build on the Grizzled Jarl. It is an excellent character. As you can see here, we have nothing really above. There's a 6-star there. Let's see here, not too many 6-stars. A lot of defense, because as you can tell, all the skills are defense-based. That's where all the damage is dealt from. Right here, defense. You want to make sure you just defense him out. It's an excellent character to have. You always want to have that extra defense. Accuracy can be somewhat important depending upon how you're using him. So you got the decreased attack, which can be pretty effective at 75% if you fully book him out with a cooldown. But that's a lot of books. So unless you have a plethora of books just sitting around, what you really want to try and do is do one book at a time and see if you can't get both these cooldowns, because the Ancestral Shield is where it's all at. The block debuffs on all allies and the 60% increased defense on allies for 2 turns. That is massive. Again, his main attack, 100% placing heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. That's excellent against your Fire Knight. The problem is he's just not a multi-hitter. So if you have a couple other big hitters like a Cold Heart or someone who's laying 3 to 5 hits per turn, or just someone who's crazy fast so they can go twice to take down the Fire Knight shield, then you can go ahead and put him in there for his heal reduction to make sure that the Fire Knight doesn't heal himself. Or if you have if you have enough turn control meter, then you don't need him, but he's excellent for that. He's also excellent on the spirit stage of all the potions, so that's where this comes into play, although it's just not that important. So it's 35% chance, sorry, not 100% chance, so it gets a 100% heal reduction, excuse me. It's a 50% chance when booked out, so it's kind of just a long shot to use him, especially because you usually pair him with a Cold Heart, like I said earlier, because he has multi-hits, and a Cold Heart has heal reduction, so it's kind of a redundancy, although you're just, I guess, backing yourself up. Really, I like him in Dragons. I like him in Faction Crypts. Those are really where you want to use your Grizzled Jarl. That is the best way to build him out. As you can see here, I unfortunately had to book him all the way out to get this one down to just its 3-turn cooldown. But now we're going to pop over to the dragon before we do any masteries or anything else, and we are going to run that against the dragon. I'll just show you the actual fight against the dragon, not the fight against the mobs, and how his A2 can just be a lifesaver in that round. Alright, be right there. Alright, here we are with the dragon, just kind of going through what we can do with the Grizzled Jarl with the dragon's blast here. So we go ahead and just going to take our turns here. Go ahead and revive our poison extender there. Ooh, love those. The reason I use this legendary champ here is because it is attainable for anyone. Anyone can get this champ. Obviously we're going to miss out on this first turn here. Hopefully we can get back around to him during the meter. Drop it. Should have put poison on there, but I don't want to waste it because I'm trying to get this all set up for you. Go ahead and drop that, see if we can drop the attack. Max HP, decrease attack, so there you go. So the attack on him is going to be a lot weaker now. Put this blow, get the poison sensitivity on there. Do I want to use this right now? We'll go ahead and use the extend to everything. There we go. Drop some poison. Extra turn. Relentless on her is just beast worthy. Speed everybody up. Get some more poison on there. Get some more heals in. And here we go. So we're actually going to wait one more. Wait one more to do it, and then I can show you what it's all about. And why you should pair him with Sandlash Survivor. She is just a beast when it comes to this kind of stuff. Get some more heals on there. Decrease attacks are down. And we're actually going to wait one more round. I want to do it while he's actually warming up for his blast there. That way I can guarantee that she gets to drop her extension on top of it. As you can see, we have Vampire Gear or Lifesteal Gear on these 3 champions right here. Go ahead and drop some poisons. Get those all lined up. Alright, so here we go. We're going to drop our Frostblight. Boom. Poison sensitivity, so extra damage. We're going to go ahead and just try and get some more poisons on there. She's going to do her thing. See, the timing's off. Timing's off here, but we'll go ahead and drop this anyways. Hopefully extend something, and then here you go. You're going to place the Ancestral Shield, which is the only thing you really need to book to get it down to 3 turns. Go ahead and drop this on your team right before the dragon goes. Boom. Yeah, you still get the punishment, but you don't have any of the blocks. So that's why it's a huge move, and it hits on a 3-turn cooldown. So when you're fighting the dragon, as long as you have moderate speed on your Grizzled Jarl, you can stop that blast from knocking you out every single time. So, yeah, you're still going to have to take the damage. You need your healer, or you need your reviver, or if you've been playing long enough, you have your Sickle of the Drakes, and she's an excellent champ for this. So, you just pair that with the Grizzled Jarl, and you get some damage dealers or some poison dealers, depending upon how your kits are all built out. And that is where he really comes into play in the Dragon's Den. You can just absorb all of that without the stun. That stun can set you back just so freaking far. And as you can see, it's going over here, so we're getting ready to go back into his little blast there again. Get the Drake up. Go ahead, there's the decrease that. Throw another poison on there. Go ahead and speed everybody up to make sure we get what we need. A little bit of heal. We're going to extend everything because it's too early. And then there you go again. Ancestral Shield doesn't have time to do his blast. Don't worry about doing damage and trying to get the rest of that purple down. It's just not going to help you out in the long run. But with that Protect, you got the defense up, and then you have the heart. And well, the poison killed him anyways. But that is where he comes into play against the dragon. That is where he comes into play against your faction crypts. That is where the Grizzled Jarl is tremendously huge. So now we're going to bounce back over to the main screen and go ahead and start working on the Masteries for this guy. Here we are back at the Grizzled Jarl. It's time to do some Masteries on him. As you can see, I have absolutely none here. He is not leveled up to a 6, so he's not going to be a good clan boss or a good boss damage dealer, because I won't be able to put that extra multi-hit, but that's not really what I like to use him for. He's one of those champions where I really believe you can just leave him at a level 50. If you have a whale, or you feel like just blowing him up to level 60 so you can get that accuracy banner because you really want him for the decrease attack, or you really want him for the decrease heal, then go ahead. Otherwise, it's just not really worth it. So we'll go ahead and step into Masteries here. We'll go ahead and get all scrolls. There we go. 800 gems, kablamo. I'm going to go ahead and do the accuracy here just because I like that particular one. Don't need the kill because he's not going to be killing anything. Increase shield buffs by the Catholic champion. We're going to go ahead and Alright, we're going to do the charged focus here. We're going to get a little more accuracy if he hasn't done anything, which is good for the defensive attack down. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to do the increase accuracy for each enemy alive. Is that the one I want to do? Increase turn meter by 10% when the debuff cast by this champion is removed. You know what? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop it on that one right there, because then I want to get this Lore of Steel, so his bonuses, so all of his defense bonuses, because you want to use a defense percentage based chest, gloves, because you're not really looking for him to crit, so you really want that defense percentage. So we're going to get that base stat of 15% boom over here, because I also need to get over to this guy. This is what I want, a 30% chance to extend the duration of any buff cast by this champion by 1 turn. Alright, so we're going to use this guy. We're going to do this, the 5% chance of decreasing a cooldown on a random skill, and that will be able to get us right over here to the 30% chance to extend the duration of any buff. The lasting gifts, so we're going to go ahead and unlock that one there. And then over here, I'm going to give him some extra defense, just because I want him to be survivable. Decrease damage there, no. Decrease the damage received by 10%, not if he's under those. And we are going to go ahead and increase the amount of healing and value of shield buffs this champion receives. Yeah, I'm going to let him do that so he can receive some really good heal buffs. This champion heals 6% of the max HP every time an enemy is healed. I like that one. I like stealing the heals. It makes me feel wonderful, especially in the arena. And it's just a great way to kind of get a free healer, especially if you don't have a healer. Although he's not really an arena champ, there are some champions in the mobs as you're making your way to the dragon or to the fire knight that do some heals, so you can go ahead and steal some of that. The specific enemy one, it's just so random, you never really know. So this is really great. It gives them a little bit of the solidarity. They're going to resist more, especially against the dragon and all these big champions. I'm going to go ahead and lay that one on them, just because now they have a little extra. And then we're going to do another turn meter increase. So if someone gets hit, especially with the dragon, he's going to bump up his turn meter. That gives him a chance to go yet again. So we're going to go ahead and throw that one down. We got this here, 50%
are...
counterattack when the champion loses 25%. Counterattack for him is going to be worthless because his attack isn't going to be that high. Decreases the damage an ally receives from the first enemy hit in the round. This champion receives that damage. Never a fan of that one. Transferring the damage around. Don't need to increase the chances there. 30% to extend the duration of the debuff. We're going to go ahead and do that one, just because if he does hit the attack down, you're going to have the ability to just increase that duration, which is a huge one for us to do. Heals champion 10% XP when they kill an enemy target. Never a fan of the kill enemy target on guys that I don't want to do. Remove one random debuff from the champion if they lose 24% of max HP. We're going to go ahead and do that, just because you know he's going to get debuffed. And then we'll kind of just round it out. This one because any enemy is killed. There you go. And that's how I would build them out. In this particular build, I would probably build him out with the final one being either the plus 200 defense or active debuff, plus 50 accuracy is not that big, or even the plus 3,000 health. God, that's just terrible. I'd just do the defense. I would do the plus 200 defense on him, just to kind of keep him put together and whatnot. But like I said, what you're really looking for in this guy is to increase the duration of his buffs, and you want to cycle through that A2, especially against the dragon, or against pretty much anyone. Just being able to stop poisons against the spider, being able to stop any kind of other damage deal, defense downs, all that kind of stuff is really going to help you get through not just the mobs, but also the main bosses. So that's really what you're working with when it comes to the Grizzled Jarl, and that's what you want to focus on. And we'll take one last look at this gear just because I didn't go over it in the beginning. So like I said, attack, there's not much here. A little bit of accuracy, a little bit of resistance. Not really worried about it. It's more about the resistance he gets right here. Again, accuracy, HP, don't really care about that stuff. These top ones just don't matter. If you want, you can filter and find some stuff with some defense percentage, and that will help you in the line get his attack up a little bit. As you can see here, crit rate, I don't have any. Don't care if he crits. Not looking for him to crit. On the boots, I have defense percentage. I could level these up to a 12 and 16 and get a little more damage out of them. But again, I'm not looking for him to be my damage dealer. And then we go over here, defense again, and then we're going to go to the gloves and defense. Flat stat, I know, that's nasty. I did it for the speed just to get him up a little bit. I need to swap these out for a defense percentage glove. And that'll really build them out to be a tough cookie. And that's really what you want to do with your Grizzled Jarl. I would love to show you the faction crypts, and I'll have to do it another day. Unfortunately, it's just not open at this time, and there's no way for me to open it up. But that is your Grizzled Jarl. That is where he's excellent at. You can use him in the arena if you know you're going up against. If you put some speed on him, and you know you're going up against poison dealers, or you're going up against defense downs, you're going up against anyone who is basically going to put some nasty little thing on you, like weaken. Then as long as you have the speed and you get to go first, you throw this block debuffs up. If you can't clear their team, this guy's going to protect you from that second round of attacks. So that's how he'd be used in the arena. There you go, that's my quick little video on the Grizzled Jarl and how I recommend building him out and how he can be used in the dungeons. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and the little bell to get further notifications of any new videos. I hope this has been informative for you, and you have a good day.